Three friends, an abandoned church, and a Ouija board. What started as a thrilling adventure turns into their most terrifying night. Will they uncover the truth? Or will the church keep its secrets? Dive into a tale of mystery and fear, where every decision leads deeper into the unknown. Hey, what could go wrong with a Ouija board in an abandoned church? Mike jokes with a mischievous smile, turning the key in his old car. It's a cool October night in New Jersey, and the air is buzzing with excitement. Mike, Alex, and Sean, inseparable friends, are ready for another one of their crazy adventures. Mike, the bravest of the group, has always been the soul of their pranks. With his dark hair and infectious smile, he always finds a way to push boundaries. Alex, the thinker, usually questions ideas but ultimately gives in to curiosity. Sean, the most superstitious, has always been fascinated by the paranormal. Their destination is an abandoned church shrouded in local legends. Perched on top of a hill, the church looms against the night sky, a forgotten monument surrounded by dense woods. It's a place that has always sparked their imaginations, with its history of vandalism and eerie presences. The drive to the church is quiet, with only the sound of the engine breaking the silence of the night. Wow, it's so dark out here, Alex observes as the car's headlights light up the dirt road. The boys park the car a bit away from the church, avoiding unwanted attention. With just one flashlight on, they start their trek to the church. The path is uneven, and every step seems to awaken hidden sounds in the woods. "Man, this place is creepy," exclaims Sean as they approach the building. The church stands tall, its empty windows like eyes watching in the dark. The walls are covered in graffiti, silent testimonies of past visitors. Reaching the church, the boys face a massive semi-open door, its dark wood heavily scraping the dusty floor with every movement. Together, they push the door, which creaks sinisterly, groaning under the weight of abandonment and time. Each inch it opens seems like an echo in the stillness of the night, announcing their presence in this forgotten place. Inside, it's even creepier. Wooden benches overturned, a dust-covered altar, and spiderwebs adorning every corner. The silence is oppressive, broken only by their careful steps. Getting ready for the night, Alex pulls out the Ouija board from his backpack. I hope we don't wake any angry ghosts," he says, laughing nervously. Sean lights 3 candles, placing them in a triangle around the board. "This should make it more interesting," he comments, trying to hide his anxiety. As they get ready to start, a shadow of uncertainty crosses their faces. It's just a game, they keep telling themselves, but deep down a thrill of excitement and fear wraps around them as the night grows deeper, and the abandoned church waits to reveal its secrets. Sean sets up the Ouija board in the center of the aisle, surrounded by flickering candles. "Okay guys, let's get serious," he says, trying to keep a light tone. Mike and Alex join him, placing their fingers on the planchette. "Hey, are you there, spirit?" asks Mike with a sarcastic smile. The planchette starts moving slowly, triggering nervous laughter among the boys. "Man, stop moving it!" Alex accuses, looking at Sean. They continue to ask questions, alternating between skepticism and growing curiosity. Each movement of the planchette pulls them deeper into the experience, as the atmosphere in the church becomes heavier. The sounds from outside seem to fade away, leaving them in a world apart, where the line between reality and beyond becomes increasingly blurred. Suddenly, a dull, unexpected noise makes them jump, breaking their focus. "What was that?" whispers Alex, looking around with wide eyes. The game with the Ouija board, which started with laughter and jokes, suddenly takes an unexpectedly serious turn. But the real chill of the night begins to show when a loud creaking, like the splitting of old wood, echoes through the air. In the heart of the Ouija board session, the boys freeze, their hearts racing wildly. "Hey, did you hear that?" whispers Mike, his voice a thread in the silence. They carefully watch the altar from where the sound seems to come. The dim light of the candles casts eerie shadows on the walls, making the atmosphere even more ghostly. "Maybe it's just the floor creaking," suggests Sean, trying to mask his fear. They cautiously resume the game, but the atmosphere has changed. There's a tension in the air, a sense of anticipation. The planchette remains still, as if the room's energy has suddenly frozen. Without warning, a sharp sound breaks the silence again. A stone, as big as a golf ball, crashes onto the Ouija board with a dull thud. Panic spreads among the boys like wildfire. "We have to get out of here now!" screams Alex, his face pale in the flickering candlelight. Without a second thought, they abandon the Ouija board and the candles, running towards the exit. Their footsteps echo in the empty church, and every shadow seems to hide unimaginable dangers. They rush down the hill, breathless and hearts pounding. Once in the car, they spend several minutes trying to calm down, trying to make sense of what they just experienced. "What the heck was that?" asks Mike, still shaken. Sean, visibly disturbed, suggests they might have disturbed something supernatural. Alex, however, insists someone else must have been hidden in the church. The night ends with more questions than answers, and the experience leaves them with a deep sense of unease. The next day, Sean and Alex return to the church, intending to retrieve the Ouija board left in the rush of escape. They walk with uncertain steps, the memory of the previous night still vivid in their minds. They enter the church, their eyes immediately searching for the board. But with a growing sense of unease, they discover that the Ouija board is no longer there. They look everywhere, but it's as if it has vanished, leaving only the untouched candles exactly where they left them. A chill of fear runs through them as they exchange looks full of unanswered questions. Realizing that the board has disappeared under mysterious circumstances, they decide to leave the place as soon as possible. Exiting the church, the weight of that experience hangs over them, becoming an indelible and haunting memory. That night in the abandoned church remains the most terrifying of their lives, an unsolved mystery that continues to haunt them